is time for your weekly breakdown on the latest in entertainment, sports, pop culture, and all things Milwaukee. This is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. Now streaming on 1017 The Truth YouTube with the witty banter, latest trends on social media, and hottest celebrity topics, here is Melanie Ricks.
I gotta stop saying okay. I need to say something else. It's because I'm used to dropping bars, but people have hurt my feelings, so I don't drop bars anymore. I'm just kidding. No one tells me what to do. I just don't want to drop bars today. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Nothing But the Truth with your girl, Mel, in the stew with my girl, Rhea.
What up, y'all?
How you doing, girl?
Not bad.
Good. I love that for you.
How are you?
I'm doing those things. It is Wednesday, and we are coming at you live, and very much appreciate you all tuning in. We're going to be talking some Young Miami. I want to know, ever since Diddy was charged, and well, he was arrested and charged, Rhea, just curious, have you listened to any City Girls?
No, I don't think I listened to them a lot before that, though.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
So I am a City Girl.
Oh.
I am a City Girl.
What's the thing they say?
What?
They have like a little saying, don't they?
What?
It's like a but it's not that. It's something else. Don't they say something like that?
I mean, they have a lot of sayings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know one?
Not right now. Well, no, it's okay. To be real, well, I mean, to be honest with you, the only sayings I know are song lyrics, like act up, you can get snatched up, like stuff like that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's Young Miami, which we're gonna talk about her. But you're right. There probably are sayings,
I
but
can't think of any right now.
that leads me to my point. I haven't listened to them.
Yeah.
I realized, and I'm not gonna lie, it is because of her connection with Diddy. They were very much, I don't think they were dating when he was arrested. Like, they dated for like 2-3 years, but obviously she was still in his orbit. They were still hanging out together. She was going to the Met with him and, you know, on red carpets with him. And she was doing a podcast on Revolt, which he was part of. But obviously, ever since he was arrested, he did step down. But now news has come out as of yesterday that Young Miami, along with 74 or so other people, have written letters of support for Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs in order for basically so that he gets a lighter sentencing or like no sentence. And it's a lot to unpack. So first off, a character witness statement. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of it, if you know what that is, but a character witness statement, if you're asked to write that, it basically, you're supposed to talk about that individual's like positive characteristics. What makes them a good person to society? What good have they done that you've been a witness to? And why the judge should consider a lighter sentence for said individual because of their debts to society that they have already paid. So it's somebody that you've known personally in some aspect of your life. Typically, it's a family member, you know, a close friend, a colleague, etc. But it's supposed to be a formal, factual letter written by somebody who knows the subject personally, that can attest to their positive character, integrity, and reliability. So that's formally what it says. And it's used in various contexts. And one of those, the one that we're talking about, legal cases. And Sean P. Diddy Combs, he's facing quite a bit of time in prison because of his crimes. So he is facing a potential sentence of up to 20 years. He was found not guilty of several charges, such as sex trafficking and racketeering, those being just some of the bigger ones that the media has talked about. But he was found guilty on 2 felony charges relating to prostitution, which is extremely disturbing because, I'm sorry, what? That being said, the prostitution of, you know, allegedly men and women, emphasis on the women, because I think when most people talk about Diddy's case, the primary focus is on the female victims. We know that there have been male victims as well that have stepped forward, but Cassidy is the one who Cassidy Ventura, I want to get her last name correct. She's the one that, as we all know, she blew the whistle first, and she came forward and she hit him with a giant lawsuit that he settled. It was like a $30 million lawsuit. And at first, people were saying, it's not true, it's frivolous, she just wants money, da-da-da. And then he settled, and people were still saying that. And I immediately, like when she came out and said these things, first off, anyone who knows hip hop and has just keeps up with, the word on the street, if you will, this wasn't news to you, right? We've heard things about Diddy since the 90s. And Cassidy was brave enough to come forward and talk her truth and really talk about her experience in a relationship with him, the things that he did to her, which are atrocious. It's hard to think about. And I pray that, she is continuing to find peace and healing, which I know that she's found in a form of her family, which shout out to her and her husband and her beautiful babies. But Cassidy, she filed this giant lawsuit. He settled. That in and of itself, hello, you don't settle $30 million if you didn't do something. And then after that, a lot of people came out of the woodwork. So the trial, it was something that was deep in the media. And now we're at the point where he's going to be sentenced coming up on October 3rd. Today is September 24th. And
Mean Girls Day.
It's October 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No.
I can't believe that. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the judge is going to channel the spirit of Regina George and throw the book at him. We'll see. I'll be curious. The burn book. Now we're going to have Mean Girls references. I love it. I'm glad that you connected that. That's great. But Rhea, now that we know that Young Miami is one of many, and for the record that we know, I believe it's primarily family members, but close ties to him. They're the ones that wrote these character witness statements. 75 people, they're saying, wrote these letters. Young Miami's was made public. It's very long. I'm not going to lie. I read Dear Judge, and then I stopped.
Really?
That's it. I didn't even want to read the first line.
Yeah.
Because I think it's BS. I'm sorry. I'll say it. Like, Young Miami, I used to listen to your music. I don't anymore because I don't appreciate a woman that doesn't support other women. And in my opinion, in her supporting him, she has cut ties with my idea of sisterhood, of standing beside other women. You knew him for what, 4-5 years?
Right. I think so.
We don't even know if he was still doing this stuff by the time he met you.
Right.
What do you know about his character? In my opinion, and tell me if you agree, it should be people that knew him when these crimes are being committed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yes.
Because you talk in hindsight, my guy. Like, I'm sure he did find God. Okay, they all do. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean he didn't do those things.
Right.
Anyway, what do you think about it, about her writing a letter, and do you think it's going to help at all?
I think it's going to help. That's just the saddest part. I think it's going to help. I mean, there's 75 of them, so if it's not going to be hers, it's going to be somebody's.
Right.
But I do feel like Caresha girl, let's be for real. And she didn't look good during the entire court case as well. She didn't look happy. She did not look pleased. She was like under duress.
It was giving forced.
Yeah. So now
I have to be here.
Right. And then for her to come back now and try to write this letter, it's just like, it's such a bad look. And I hate that for her because she doesn't have the City Girls anymore. The podcast is what? It's over.
It's defunct.
Yeah.
He was arrested, I believe, in October of 24. That podcast hasn't been a thing since December of 24.
Was he arrested then?
Was it 23?
I thought it was
22.
That was the suit, the lawsuit.
Oh.
They didn't catch him until they did the raid earlier this year. And then
hold on. When Diddy arrest date? Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought it's been a year, but
the year since Cassie did the lawsuit.
he was arrested on September 16, 2024.
Really?
So it's been literally a year and a week. He's been a year and 8 days. Yeah. I was gonna say I remember it was like in the fall. I don't know why. I just remember that.
Well, when did she? I gotta look this up. Girl,
So Cassidy, no, it's okay. So he was arrested September 16th by U.S. Homeland Security, which if you ever see Homeland Security in your neighborhood, those are the real ones. So that's some real ish. And you know why I know that? Because I watched Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and they caught on camera Homeland Security coming to arrest one of the housewives. Damn. That was the first time I've ever seen anything, and it was real though. Like the cameras actually captured it. Crazy. But I learned from that. I know. I like
the tape.
No, literally, they were going. Andy was just
Bravo
like,
was all over that.
What? The episode, even if you don't watch the show, the episode is mind-blowing. It's anyway.
Watch that.
Anyway, I don't want to get distracted. I'm sorry. But yeah, he was arrested and the reason was the grand jury indictment of his federal charges. Okay. So yeah, I mean, Cassidy, like I said, she had blown the whistle long before it. They weren't able to actually charge him until, and for the record, I don't think they were doing anything in regards to her lawsuit because he had settled that. That was other people.
I am a whole year delayed. It was, she sued him in November 16th of 2023.
There it is. So that's when it all started.
Yes.
Yep. No, you're good. But yeah, do you think it's going to help? And how do you feel in general about her writing this statement letter?
I think it's so shameful. I really want to know if she's being forced to do it or not be forced to do it. But even if you always have a choice to say yes or no. Like this man might be in some type of power, and I think he might get off on this, like a slap on the wrist. But even still, like not Cassie, but Caresha, stand up for yourself, for your other women that are around here. Like this easily could have happened to her, and I feel like that's what she's forgetting right now. So for her to take the time to write this letter is just a slap in the face, not only to her, the other women in this country, but also to herself. Because where's your self-respect?
Null and void.
Yeah.
Or it's giving she owes him one. I mean, because of course, that woman probably signed a lifetime contract in blood with that man. The way he elevated her.
He did.
Like no other. I'm sorry, but like the word ratchet, in my opinion, really became part of like popular modern. By modern, I mean in the last decade. I know ratchet in our community has always been a thing, but I'm saying like everybody says that word. And I think it's in large part because of City Girls. Like I think they repopularized it. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I think they owned it, Like I really rooted for the City Girls for a long time because they gave Ghetto Fabulous, but like in like the most like diva boss babe, like I can do anything. Yeah, I'm like this, but I can also go and sit at a table with the president.
Business, right.
You know what I mean? Like genuinely, if I would have saw Caresha at the same table as Michelle Obama, it wasn't abnormal to me because to me, they were able to make themselves presentable, even though they made that kind of music. And I applauded them for that. I did. And then Diddy elevated her quite a bit. And even that was weird to me. I'm not going to lie. There's quite an age gap. Like he's not a spring chicken anymore. And I mean, I'm just saying. And she still found a way to cluck her way over. And I just feel that in that type of dynamic, especially when you kicking it with the Don of the hip hop world. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of things that he was able to check off her list in a very short span of time. I don't think that, let's put it this way. I learned in economics, I believe like sophomore year of high school, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Like there was like a whole thing about it. We had a whole lesson about that phrase. And I've learned what that means. Everything comes at a price. Yeah. And like you said, she didn't seem happy to be there. No. It was giving coerced. Duress. It was giving under duress. It was giving stress. Like it was just giving like, I don't want to be here, but I have to be here.
So that's why I'm like, how are you writing this letter?
I don't know. You know what, Rhea? Another phrase that comes to mind is selling your soul to the devil. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of the things that he's done is very devilistic, very satanic. You know what I'm saying? It's very culty. Yeah. Like when I watch like anything about him, it just feels dark. Like every documentary I watch, it just feels dark. Like there's just like this weird cloud looming over anything to do with him. Anything he touches, exactly. So I just can't listen to them anymore. But
I don't get how they have 75 people and they have like Danny Kane. The whole group came out and said like this man's not it. It goes way back further than all of this.
You got to think about how much money this man has. Remember when he was trying to throw money? I think he, at one point, suggested, I'll give y'all $100 million if you let me go on house arrest. It was something like really astronomical.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you're desperate.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to, okay, so you're going to sell the houses. Like, the islands are going so that you can go sit at home. Like, it was like that. Like, he probably has, like, they say, like, offshore money. Like, I'm talking, He has dumb money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My point, these people are on his payroll, I think. I do believe, like, his family, sure, maybe they meant it.
Right.
At some point, to your point, like, ain't no way that y'all don't believe that some of this is true. Ain't no way that y'all believe everything you're saying in this letter right now. So why are you writing it?
I guess it brings it back to the point. Yeah, Caresha's like, I got to make something with something. She got much after that. The band's gone, podcast's gone, got your hands tied with the devil. And here, I guess you got to get ChatGPT and write that little letter up.
I guess. It was definitely giving ChatGPT. I was telling Rhea, to bring up another Real Housewives situation. The shows are really good. Long story short, on Real Housewives of New Jersey, there were two sisters, Dina and Caroline. Caroline's the older of the two. They both were married to a set of brothers. And Dina, the younger, so there are 11 kids. Dina's number 11. So she's the baby of the family. Caroline's one of the older siblings. Dina and Caroline are on Real Housewives of New Jersey. They're married to brothers. Fast forward, Dina and her husband get divorced because he was cheating. And she said he was abusive. She gets into a new relationship, gets engaged. While she and her fiance are engaged, there's a family wedding of some sort. And Dina goes to the wedding, but her fiance was not invited, probably because her ex-husband told folks, don't let him come in. But her ex-husband knew that he would probably be dropping her off at the wedding. He did. He had her fiance tailed and beat up, like literally in some like Petco shopping mart, like literally like in the parking lot, like in broad day. This is like at 2 p.m. Like think about like the time a wedding is at. Like this was at that time of the day. And he then, a few years later, because apparently that wasn't enough. He didn't die, I guess. He wasn't, bruised enough. Dina, again, the baby sister, and her still fiance, get home. They're back in New Jersey because after he got beat up, they moved to California. They're like, we out. We're not doing this no more. They come back to New Jersey for like a christening. Again, two very innocent, very holy events. They're back for a christening. They walk into their New Jersey home that they have now vacated, but again, they're back in town just for this weekend, and her ex knew that. He had somebody beat them both up. So he had somebody beat up his ex-wife and her fiance out of spite, out of anger, out of jealousy, I don't know. When this man was finally caught, because he did not do it, he didn't do the bidding, he hired people to do it on some mafia-ish, on some this is ghetto. Like, y'all want to talk about the word ghetto, that's ghetto. Mm-hmm. When he was arrested and charged and all the things, when they were waiting to see what his sentence was going to be, guess who wrote a character witness statement? Dina's older sister, Caroline. Yeah, the one who's married to the man who did it's brother. So she took the side of her family by marriage versus her family by blood. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, family can do that to you. Like, that's what they mean when they say family can betray you. Right. Because Rhea, in my wildest dreams, I wouldn't be able to come up with that kind of scenario. But that really happened. It's very fascinating. Like, I don't like when people get beat up, but it's just fascinating because human nature, it really does fascinate me. And I'm a good person. You're a good person. So when you hear about stuff like that, you can't even fathom that there are really people out here doing that kind of stuff, but it's real. Right. So it begs the question, how do you feel about women who stand up for men that are known abusers, that are documented abusers, especially when the abuse is against other women? What do you think about that? Because both of these women, Caresha, Caroline, the two C's, they both wrote character witness statements for men that were literally documented and federally charged with abuse of women. And yet they still wrote these letters. How do you feel about just a woman in general doing it, but then two women like that, one who's a family member and then one who didn't even know this man when he was committing his crimes?
it's a level of brainwash I never want to touch me or my loved ones.
That's it. Brainwashed. Wow.
It is insane, and I feel so sad and sorry for them because I don't know how you get to that point, and I also don't know how you dig yourself out of that point. Because if you're there already, who's there to help you?
Oh, you're far gone. You're so far gone. At Drake. I'm sorry, Rhea. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. We really gotta bring him into this?
I didn't even mean to. That's a good album, though. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Girl.
I'm
Caresha,
sorry.
please.
That was a good one.
Either way,
I can't.
these women, they need help.
Girl.
They just need help. But I don't
Blink
know who's
twice.
gonna help them.
Blink twice. I don't think they
I
want
was
help.
gonna say they don't want it.
Because Caroline, she said, I'm a ride with mine. You feel
And
me?
he's beating up my sister, my man, your man, everybody's man in the parking lot of a Petco.
Of a Petco.
You can't. What was he?
And they're there for a wedding and a christening. Like, y'all talking about bringing life into this world.
He bringing violence.
Bringing violence. And he hired, and that's why I feel like these cases are also similar, because I genuinely feel like Diddy gives mafia vibes.
1,000%.
And that definitely gave mafia vibes, because I don't know nobody that hires a hitman. Dog, like, how much money were you paying? Actually, this is really messed up. The payment was they let him do his wedding for free at their event hall. Oh, I'm not kidding. They have this event hall called the Brownstone in New Jersey. Don't come at me, y'all. The mafia, I don't know anything about this, but it's a low-key front, they say, but it actually is a real event hall. It does real events, but it's popular in Jersey, they say. And
Like, possibly, allegedly, consideringly, I don't know.
So,
money laundering? I don't.
But either way, they said, you go beat them up and we'll give you a free wedding. So apparently that's the trade-off. Whatever amount a wedding costs, 20 G's, 30 G's, I don't know. That's how much that was worth to
Did
him.
I do it and fake the fight?
Dog, what?
I would fake the fight for a free wedding.
Okay, actually, you know what? Go up to him and be like, hey, so I made a deal. I don't actually want to do this. So
Right. Just lay down. I'll add some blush in the car.
let me draw on you real quick.
There's also Spirit Halloween up the street here. I'll be right back.
I'll split the cost with you. I know you're getting married soon, so you can have it after I use it.
We got this.
But no, you're right. That's so ghetto.
It is insanely ghetto.
And then the person who did it ended up ratting him out. He snitched. That's how they found out. That's what you get.
Lord.
And people snitched on Diddy, as they should. But it's
Right.
different because they're not snitches, they're victims.
Right.
And Caresha wrote a letter in support of this man who we know has abused countless women, countless men, and has done other things. So we're just talking about the abuse. We're not talking about all the other charges.
Right.
Right? And where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't give a damn if you were let off on certain charges. I don't give a damn. Where there's smoke, there is fire. You did something. They don't just make this stuff up.
I haven't heard a word from Kid Cudi in forever, and he came out for these court cases.
And that man's car was torched.
Exploded, no?
Exploded. This man put TNT. We want the drama.
And
in
messed
his
up his
car.
Christmas presents.
He did what?
He destroyed their Christmas presents.
See, that's taking it too far. That's no, because the presents are innocent. What they got to do with
Why
this?
you already took my car.
What did My Little Pony have to do with this?
Wrapped happy for the next day for Christmas. You gonna take the Christmas presents too?
What?
Poor Kid Cudi.
I wanted that Slinky toy. It was probably an iPod Shuffle in there. You know what I mean? Because it was during that time.
Yeah.
It was probably an iPhone 4, but that was a big get.
Mm-hmm. Little iPod Nano.
That's, man.
But no, I think for these women, it is just baffling to me because I could never see myself sticking up for a man like that. But then
Never.
get to the point of
Could you?
could you?
How, honestly, Rhea, dig deep. In what scenario, what kind of person could you see yourself doing this for?
It has to be a family.
It
Even
has
then
to
I've been
be.
scorned.
Right.
Even then, it's all right.
And it's what did you do?
Right.
What's the crime?
Right.
Because if it's a crime against a woman,
I'm never sticking beside you on that.
never.
Ever, ever, ever.
I don't care who you are. I love you if you're family, but you need help.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get it in prison or a mental health facility, something. He needs help.
They all do.
And you're writing a letter, attesting to, that's what I was trying to say. His character, what about his character who did the things he did? is that character going to get help at some point? Or are you just going to be like, oh, he's a good person. Otherwise, like, he did that stuff, but otherwise he's good. So just let him off. He's good. Like he needs help.
Like, we all saw the video of Cassie in the elevator. Like, that's horrific. You can't say that and be like, well, this guy was a good guy. He's always sick beside him. I love him. I've never seen him do anything wrong. And for me, that's always been an issue for me, where I'm like, I draw the line at certain things.
Girl.
Like, there's a line there. And we were talking about this a little bit earlier, too, when it comes to, like, certain musical artists as well. Like, where do you, define the art from the artist?
Chris Brown. A lot of people have been really upset at how popular and how well his tour has been doing. Kayla Nicole went viral. Get it, girl.
I liked her.
I was going to say, I understood. But when she lifted the first leg, I was like, uh-oh. I knew it was not. I'm like, ugh, it's going too far. And then she posted about it.
Oh, she did?
She did. And she was like, I did it for the girls who, and the girls who, oh yeah. Like, I was like, oh, so now you feel like you got to tell people, like, I did it because of this. I had a reason for it. She felt the flag. She read the comments. Oh, yeah, go look.
What girls?
What girls? Who did you do it for?
You should put the at name. I want to know.
Who were you doing it for? And Kayla Nicole, I love you. I've actually met her.
Really?
Super briefly. Stunning. What you think she looks like on IG, she looks like that. Like, that woman is gorgeous and really nice. Like, I met her. I was just like, it was like, hi, Kayla Nicole. She was like, hi. That's it.
Oh.
So I'm not trying to, like, put down a woman,
right.
who I was very polite to, because she was very polite to me. But a wrong is a wrong. And I do feel, even though I respect Chris's artistry, I always have said, I'm sure you've said it at some point, everyone said it, he would have been the next MJ had he not done certain things. I am one of those people who does continue to remind others, Rihanna forgave him publicly.
Thank you. Say it again.
Rihanna forgave him publicly. Let's not forget. And she did. And I respect that. But
there we go.
She's not the only one.
There we go.
So
I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand or believe, but it comes this full circle here. She's not the only one. Why do we still have all these other women who are participating and giving this man money to go see him when he's been violent to just people? He's a violent man.
I was going to say, it's not just women. Like, he's had anger issues. Like, it's a whole thing. Drugs. But I know that he watched his mom be abused by his dad. And it's sad to me because it's like, you could have broken that. You could have broken that cycle,
Yeah. Same with Diddy, though.
Yes.
Because his mom clearly is abusive. Did you hear about the cake or whatever they were eating?
Girl.
Did you hear about it? I can't say this on the air.
No.
Did you hear?
Yes. I know. Even just like honestly, you want to talk about like sick and just like deprived, like the baby oil. When they said there were like 10,000 bottles or 1,000, whatever it was, of baby oil, I'm being serious because my mind can't fathom like evil. I thought like it was a sexual thing. And then when I found out, it was like, no, so they can't escape. Like, they lathered their bodies so that they couldn't get out of the room.
Jesus.
And it's like, for you to go to that depth of hell, because that's hell. You want to talk about hell. Like, that's hell. That's not, like...
a demon amongst us. It just isn't...
Literally.
And then you still put pen to paper.
Right. So, that being said, like, that's something we know. In the stuff that we know about Chris, like, they're awful. Imagine what we don't know.
Right.
So, yeah, I will never, ever go to a Chris Brown concert. I went to one. I went to his first ever concert at Summerfest, actually, and I caught his tank top when he threw it. I did. I caught his tank top, but my friends and I, we, like, caught it together.
Yeah.
So her mom cut it up for us, and we all have a piece. I probably have it somewhere in a sandwich bag. I don't know where. But, yeah.
Burn it.
But, no, literally, if I find it, I'm not going to,
just toss it.
It's just a tank top.
Or, you know what? Sell it, honestly.
Maybe people will believe me, like, 16-year-old Chris Brown's sweat was on this. Ew.
Someone's going to want it.
Somebody going to want it.
Take the money and run at this point.
Okay. But, yeah, like, and I have friends that, like, they will, girl, when I say they will eat me down for, like, not supporting Chris, like, I'm talking I have friends that, like, ride for him. And again, their excuses, well, Rihanna forgave him. And it's like, but that's, he had a baby on Carucci. his first daughter, her mom was pregnant when he was still with Carucci. Did you know that?
No.
That's when they broke up.
Ugh.
I just read that recently because I didn't know that either. I don't keep up with Chris. You feel me? But I was reading that recently. I'm like, that's even that.
Yeah.
Like, I would not stand by a man who got another woman pregnant while he's in a relationship with a different woman. Like, I'm that girl's girl. You feel me?
Right.
I'm that kind of chick. Like, so that goes back to what we were saying. Like, what kind of person could you even see yourself standing up for this way? And I don't think there's a single man that I would ride for that hard, no matter what, in support of him, especially if his abuse or actions are against a woman.
Right. And I want
just
to know,
can't.
like, where do these women find the line? Like, what draws a line for you? Because clearly we can say what our line is, but that's not the same for many people because you can still buy the concert tickets. You can still play R. Kelly in the car.
Yeah.
Shamefully, I have been there as well. But
And it's hard because it's a part of your childhood, your
Yeah.
youth.
yeah.
It makes you think of like good times.
Yep.
Good times.
Ooh.
So to your point, yeah. Where do you stand when it comes to supporting people that have inflicted violence? Like, honestly, Rhea, where do you stand? Where do y'all stand? But like, you brought up R. Kelly. It's a great example. I'm not going to say whose family, but he comes on still at the cookout. He comes on still at Thanksgiving. Like, all of a sudden, the phone is on shuffle, and old boy comes on, and I'm like 10 toes on it, especially him. I don't do him at all, I don't even like saying his name because I just think he's beyond disgusting, and that's largely because of Aaliyah, because a lot of his crimes were against children. I'm gonna tell you right now, the things that I absolutely will not ever stand for is child abuse, like domestic abuse, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whether it's the man or the woman, for the record, and animal abuse. Like,
Yes.
because those are innocent people. The domestic, that's a person who loves you down, and you still would hurt them that way, physically, mentally, emotionally. An animal is literally innocent. So anybody who dares, even Tom Brady said something this past Sunday. People were so upset with him.
What'd he say?
He was talking, he's a really good commentator, but he said something like, yeah, like when you know that you're up ahead or something like that, you got to step on their necks. You got to kick the dog. You got to.
Oh.
He used it as an analogy. People were like, you got to kick the what?
What?
Oh, people were hot. I was hot.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching that game, but I like saw something like, yeah, Tom Brady's jokes about kicking dogs. I was like, he did what? You don't joke about kicking a dog. Like, don't get me started. I love my babies like I love nothing else on this planet. But dogs, they're so pure. They're innocent. They are truly meant to be just love. Like, they are love, unconditional love. You want to feel unconditional love? Get a dog. But anyway, and then children. Children are pure. They're innocent. Like, I think children should have true childhoods. They should not have abuse. They should not have anger. Like, really, the world's going to give them enough of that. You don't need to be the one to inflict it on them.
Exactly. Wow.
So where do you stand, though, Rhea? Like, is there anyone, you did say R. Kelly, and you know, it's okay, be honest. Like, if you have a line, that's great. I mean, everybody does. Everyone's different. Where do you stand, like, with abusers? Like, are you able to separate? And if so, is it because, like, it's somebody who, yeah, like I said, like, reminds you of, like, your happier time in your life?
Right. For me, it depends on the person. It depends on, like, what the circumstance, what they're being convicted of or charged with. If I'm there to speak about their character, say they robbed a jewelry store.
Okay.
Rob the jewelry store, tell them make me your grill. Sorry.
Sorry, that's a good one.
I know.
Dang, now I got to listen to that on the way home.
But if they, like, robbed a jewelry store, and I'm like, okay, well, little Tim has been great the rest of his life. He's got straight A's. He volunteers. He's part of the community. Like, he's got a happy wife, all these other great things. He robbed the jewelry store because he needs to pay for cancer treatment. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm writing the letter. I got you all day with the letter because I know your character in that way. And I can actually justify the means for the action. It's not right. You're wrong. You should still be reprimanded for your actions. But I can still advocate for you. But if you inflict people that especially represent who I am, there's no patience. There's no space for you. I cannot help you. I will not help you. And I'm so sorry, but you make these choices. You have to sit. These are the actions that you made. It's out of my hands at this point.
And you know what? I couldn't agree more. It's kind of like when, you know, you witness a crime where any race, doesn't matter the race, but anyone inflicts some sort of abuse on a black person, we're black. We understand, well, first off, the whole world understands. Pretend like you don't, you do. Everyone understands now just how deep, just how dark the hate, the racism can be, how nasty it can be. And the reason why everyone knows is because social media, everyone's on social media. And even if you're not, you know something, because word travels in a different manner now. Ignorance is no longer a thing. Like, sorry, you can say you're ignorant, but that's not going to work for me. It's no longer an excuse. And I just feel like as a black person, I'm always going to ride for a black person that has been abused, right? But that's on a grander level.
Right.
When it comes to women being abused, it's a different, sorry, alarm. It's my reminder to go to TJ Maxx. I got to get my dogs some toys. But, when it comes to a woman being abused, Rhea, like, we know just how hard it is still for us women, how our rights are being stripped away. Daily. And men, Rhea, I wish more than anything that a man could just take a day, and not a day, a week, a period week in our shoes. Just one period, just one. Y'all would be, oh my gosh, they wouldn't survive.
No.
The whole world would have off work, first off. There would be, there would be free, no, everybody would get free period products.
We would.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, literally. There would be free mental health days built in.
Yep.
Like, so many things that men will never understand. I wouldn't even wish harm on anybody. I wish a period on y'all. I do.
1,000.
Because I want them to understand just how bad it is. Like, they think we're just being dramatic. Cute.
And it's from top to bottom.
It's everything. And don't get me started on PMS.
Yeah.
And half the time, you don't even realize you're PMSing until your period comes. And then you're like, oh, that's why I was a you-know-what. That's why I was a see you next Tuesday the last 5 days.
I'm crashing out right now.
You're crashing out, and you don't even understand.
You go look at the calendar, you're like, well.
You're like, that's why. But it's like that.
Yeah.
And this is biological. This is not something we can help.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think when it comes to any sort of, like, female abuse in particular, it hits different. Yeah. Like, again, like I said, if I see a black person being abused in any way, it takes me to a really, really dark place because slavery. But, yeah, female abuse, especially when you see other women riding for the abusers, it, like, hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that there are women out there who are really like that would choose a man over a woman. And I'm not saying you need to ride blindly, but, like, you are if you're riding for that man just because you know him, even though he abused a woman. Because if he did it to her, he can do it to you. He probably has done it to you.
And you're like, I'm okay with it. I will say there are just some dumb women.
Yeah.
Like, I always say this to myself, like, if the world were actually going to be a matriarchy, I probably wouldn't be the best.
Yeah.
It would be a great world.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be the leader in it. But
no, 100%.
But the world would work better.
No,
however, there are just some women that I'm like, you're just going to you're going to stick to the wrong side, aren't you? Like, that's just what you're going to choose to do. And it's such a shame. And then we have black people that as well, where I'm like, you just are not.
Oh, I'm not riding for every black person. I'm not riding with you just because you're black, Candace Owens.
Oh,
you feel me? Yeah. Like, it ain't that.
No.
But there's always going to be a level of, I understand because I am you. I see me in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But no, it's not a no matter what. No, if you're a bad person, you're a bad person.
Right.
That's why, like, it's okay if you don't agree with women, if that woman is a bad person. But, like, just because, like, okay, I love the example you gave of somebody robbing a jewelry store and make you in a grill. I think that that's something where, like, you can relate because we've all done something dumb.
Yeah.
I remember at my friend's 13th birthday party, her slumber party, we went to the mall and we all went to a store and stole a pair of underwear because we thought it would be cool to do that. So stupid. I would never do that now. I would literally never do that. But it was just like such a teenage thing to do. My point is, it doesn't make me a bad person. I learned from that.
Right.
I learned that that's the wrong thing to do.
Right. But if you keep stealing the underwear,
that's different.
Keep doing these things.
Yeah.
If you go to other places and steal underwear, if you make it now a ring of stealing underwear, there's no more empathy for you.
No.
There's nothing for you.
And I think that, unfortunately, when it comes to this level of abuse,
Yeah.
the level of what we have heard, like, not even just like, even the things we've heard are awful, but even just the things that he was officially charged with.
Yeah.
Like, you're a vile human. And I'm sorry, you need rehabilitation.
Yeah.
You don't need me to tell the judge that you used to be a good person or that you took me to the Met. So you're good. Like, I don't give a you know what.
Right.
I don't care.
Like, that's the silver lining is, oh, I went to the Met, so this person's a good person.
I don't care if you have a Purple Heart from the war, like, or from the military. What is a Purple Heart Award?
God.
It's something.
I follow.
There's
Medal of
like
Honor.
something. There's a top honor in the American military if you do certain things. I don't care if you have that. Like, if you are an abuser, you're a bad person and you probably need to go away for a little bit so you can learn not to be an abuser. So you don't hurt people.
Right. The only caveat I would actually add here is where I might be a bad person too, is that I've been around abusers. And as long as they haven't affected me, it's more of like an arm's length relationship. And I haven't really figured out how to navigate that yet. But for me, it's more just like, I've only heard of what you might have done or what you may have done to someone else. Or if it's not convicted of or charged with, I'm more like it's just hearsay.
Yeah.
And instead of, opting out of some opportunities or just not blocking them on my socials or whatever, I've still been in the spaces with them. And I feel like that makes me feel not good. But I wonder what that line is, too, because if it has nothing to do with me,
right,
I'm not worried about it.
So I appreciate you saying that because I think we all, to some degree, have had to do that. I think, unfortunately, Rhea, when you are inhabiting a world in which 8 billion people live and, you're just trying to make it, like you're just trying to put food on the table, you know what I mean? You're just trying to do what you need to do to get by. You're gonna run into that type of situation where you do have to make a choice. And unfortunately, it's not always the easy choice. And I don't think you should necessarily like be down on yourself for that. I think it's very normal because not every abuser is gonna get caught. And if it's your livelihood, for example, or if it's like just a space in which like for whatever reason you have to cross paths, it is what it is. Like, I think it would be foolish to say that you can always, be like, well, they did that, so now I'm gonna, XYZ. That's not always the reality. You can't always XYZ. You got to do what's best for you in that moment. But it is hard. And it's like, what happens when like, do y'all know somebody who, like, for real, has abused, but yet you still keep company with them? I'm not saying you hang out with them, but you keep company. You're around them. You socialize in the same places. I think most of us can say yes.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that don't know someone that has done something. But as we get older, I do think it becomes easier to be able to separate, only because hopefully as you get older, you get more established in your career, for example, or you just grow out of certain environments or you grow out of certain friendships. Like, I think until you get to that place mentally where you can truly separate, you've got to do what you can, like, do whatever you think is best.
You do bring up a good point, actually. P. Diddy's assistant, same situation I'm in. Well, not the same, God leave, no. But she helped.
Wait, who's assistant?
P. Diddy's assistant.
Oh, Diddy's.
I think she went as, no, she was an anonymous. I forgot what her name is, but she did that. She's like, I needed a job. He was the only person to open doors for me. Like, I needed to do this. So you're not wrong.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't fault her.
Right.
I don't. I get it. I don't think it means she was complicit, per se.
Well, she did help commit a crime.
What did she do?
I think she, like, helped kidnap Cassie.
Wait, what?
I don't mean to laugh.
It's because of my reaction. I genuinely didn't know that. I'm sure I read it at some point. There's so many documents.
I know.
I did not know that. Well, you know what? That's a little different. It's a little different. I'm not going to lie to you, girl. I'm not going to front you. It's a little different, but I still understand. And at least she's owning it. There's accountability. I'd like to think that she, is going to get some sort of rehabilitation. And that comes in many forms, right? I mean, I hope she sought God. You know what I mean? Although I will say, I hate when people use religion to try to excuse their behavior, to be like, oh, I used to abuse folks, but I'm holy now. Like, and you, okay.
It's done.
God was there then, and you still did it.
Ignored him.
Hello. Like, I don't give a, like, I really don't. And I'm a God-fearing woman, so I'm going to tell y'all right now, like, that's actually such a pet peeve of mine. And I'm not going to go into it because we got to wrap up. The Catholic Church. Need I say more?
Don't get me started.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So religion is quite literally no excuse. Nothing's an excuse for abuse. Bars. You want to talk about rapping? That's it right there. Let us know how you guys feel. You know, it is sometimes giving, especially when it comes to celebrities, that we tend to champion the villains and we reprimand the heroes. In this case, Cassidy. She, I keep calling her by her full because in the document she's Cassidy Ventura, but regardless, Cassie, sorry. She was a hero in this.
Yes.
She truly was. And so many people were so upset that she brought this to light. So many people. Mm-hmm. And it is disgusting. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Anybody who doubted her, who said that she was making it up, who said that she was doing too much, I pray that you have seen the light, because that is disgusting. It really is.
Scary.
Very scary.
You're just as bad as Caresha.
Because, Rhea, I know that people lie. I know they do. I don't think a woman would lie about that.
No.
I don't know a single woman that's ever lied about abuse. I pray that there are no women out there listening that have, because that you just don't lie about abuse. Because there's too many women being abused for you to lie about it. Because that's why they don't believe women when you do lie, you know? So that being said, why do you think we make the villain the hero? Because they're a celebrity? Like,
does he give you opportunities? Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Like, great. That man has made music that you like to dance to. That man created a reality show that you used to like to watch. What did he really do for you? He's a billionaire. How can you relate to him? He probably wouldn't let you wash his shoes if you passed him on the street. I mean, he probably would, if you bet him, he'd probably tell his assistant, tell that man, don't look me in the eye. Like,
ooh.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I saw this meme the other day that said, it was a picture of just like a pile of billionaires, and it said, they are not your allies. They are not one of us. Shout out to Mackenzie Scott, though, because she did just pledge $30 million to UNF and to fund HBCUs in the future. So shout out Mackenzie Scott, who is Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. She's a real one.
She is a real one.
But not every billionaire is like that.
Right.
Most of them cannot relate to the everyday people. So why are y'all standing 10 toes for this man who wouldn't give a damn about you and has abused women? Like, yeah, he gave Caresha a career. I kind of get it. But she sold. She sold out.
And what's she finna do now?
What has she been doing? Will this change her career? Hey, it already has. It has.
Yeah.
I'll never look at her the same.
No.
Ever. If he gets off scot-free, as in like his sentence is pretty light, will he come back?
Oh, for sure.
No matter what, he will?
He has no, it's like Trump. They don't have a...
It's like a cockroach. Just comes back. Never leaves. No. Stop. It is like a cockroach.
Jesus.
You know, the ones that just won't die. I don't want anybody to die. I don't want anybody to die, but you know.
They gonna come back.
Girl, what?
Oh my God.
They gonna pop up. Dang, I thought I got rid of you. I thought I sprayed some off. I can't.
Oh my God, okay.
Well, I'm glad we were able to laugh at one point in this conversation. Let us know what your thoughts are on the whole situation. It's a lot to unpack. Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. How do you feel about people who protect abusers, as in write character witness statements for known abusers? How do you feel about Caresha doing this? Because, again, I want to emphasize she was not there for the majority of his crimes. She may not have been there for any of them. We don't know. But let us know your thoughts on the entire thing. It really is a lot. It's like a movie, and I'm sure we'll see this on Hallmark one day. Really appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Shout out to my girl, Rhea. Shout out to all of y'all. We'll be back next week for more. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday when we go live. And once again, this was Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.